Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about the Turkish get-up, which is a great exercise for stabilising your shoulder, improving your core strength, and also teaching you how to move your body around the kettlebell rather than consistently moving the kettlebell around you, which is inefficient. So, I'll demonstrate a perfect kettlebell Turkish get-up first, and then we'll go through the individual steps and how we can perfect it. So, our first thing we're going to be doing is lying down on the ground. I'm going to be doing it in my dominant hand first. So by holding it in my right hand, I'm going to put my right foot up, sitting upright, foot comes back, into a lunge, standing up. And then to come down, we do the exact opposite. Knee on the floor, hand on the floor, foot through the hole, sitting down. As you can see, it's not too difficult if you're doing each step correctly. So let's go through each step now, how we can perfect them and how we can make the Turkish get-up as efficient as possible. So step number one, we're lying down on the floor. I'm going to be holding it in my dominant hand, my right hand, which means I'm going to have my right foot up and slightly rotated about 45 degrees out to my body. I'll explain that in a second. Step two, as you can see, I've sat up by driving my left elbow down into the ground and keeping the kettlebell vertical while I sit up. I'll do that once more. Drive your elbow down and sitting up. Step number two is taking your foot back in behind you. Now, you remember earlier I said to have my right foot out 45 degrees to my body. The reason for that is now I can drag my left foot underneath without it getting caught on my other foot. I'll demonstrate. So I lift my butt as high as I can and I drag the foot back like so. You'll see it'll make an arc basically from here to there. What we want to avoid is lifting and trying to drag underneath, because as you can see, it can't get underneath. Unless you're incredibly flexible, it's not going to happen. But if I had my foot in any tighter, it also probably wouldn't fit very well. So I have the foot out there to the side, drag it through, and now I'm in the perfect position. Practice this one by yourself without the kettlebell. Just out and back, out and back. From here, we now come into a lunge position, like so. The issue that a lot of people have with this one is that as they go from here to upright, they forget they've got a kettlebell above their head, and the kettlebell falls over here. Now, if this was a heavier kettlebell, you would know immediately and you'd probably drop the kettlebell. So what we want to be doing, look up at your kettlebell, pin your elbow to your ear like so. Step number four, we stand up. That's probably the easiest one, of course. It just depends if you've got enough strength in your glutes. From here, we just do the reverse. Put our left foot back on the floor in the lunge position, hand down, foot through the hole, and sitting back down on the floor. At first, a really good way to practice the kettlebell Turkish get-up is just to do it with, firstly, just your hand in the air, and then secondly, something really light, maybe a can of soup or a 1 or 2 kilo dumbbell, something that will remind you you're holding something up there, but not heavy enough that you could hurt yourself if it wavers. Just remember, look up at the kettlebell, and that will help you at first. Eventually, you won't need to so much, you'll know where your hand is, and you won't be falling over. Until next time, that'll do us for today.